At the Learning Counsel gathering, I'm very surprised at how they keep us informed of what's coming next. They're showing us maybe a 5-year vision of different parts of digital technology, digital curriculum, and transformational process. Very organized. They're keeping us moving. They're making sure that we know what's next on the agenda, as well as what's next coming down the horizon for the digital transformation process. The administration aspect of schools, as well as in the classroom approaches, whether it's redesigning a high school or looking at ways that we can support teachers in a different way and not isolate them from, say, the administration aspect.
It's been 2 great days, and just being part of the Learning Counsel, the philosophy, the vision, and Leilani and David are fantastic. They seem to have the vision that I really want to, they inspire me to be a part of that vision, and as we look for not today, but for the future. We're doing a lot with technology. We're really proud. We're getting ready to roll out an Apple initiative one-to-one. And so we're excited. So now we have to look at all the things we heard today. How are all the things we're doing really going to fit in? How are we going to make an assessment of all the apps that are in the district? Where is our inventory? You know, it is so much. And so our eyes are open. On the plane, we'll talk all the way back.
Right.
We talked all the way here, but we have some things really to target.
And I think just to piggyback off what she's saying, how do we take our learning to a deeper level as adults and stakeholders so that we can affect change for students? And how do we collaborate more at conferences like this or even beyond the conference so that because we know the answers are in the room. I mean, we see that today, and we know that there's going to be challenges and pitfalls, but conferences like this and being able to hear the speakers, it helps to give us permission to fail forward and give us that permission to go ahead and have a growth mindset and let's try this together and figure out what can work best, because there is no perfect solution. But I think together, by this collaboration today, we're able to see that there are things that we could do to make this better for students.
And with Leilani and David traveling the country, they're bringing the best of the best. As we hear from people today, it's like, oh, even last year when they had the person that had the robot, I went back, I did all the research. I gotta have this robot. He did miraculously things, and I'm real pleased with being here. So appreciative that somebody is out there really taking a look what we're doing to children.
My biggest moment of just kind of like trying to learn what this is about was listening to Leilani just be real and not be afraid to say some things you probably wouldn't typically hear, and then allow people to process that through and expose their own vulnerability a little bit and say, okay, like where do I fit in this, and how does this work, and am I doing the right things, and challenging your mindset and challenging what you think you know and what you may or may not know. And which I think is good. I appreciate that. I think that's one of the most healthy things I can do is put myself in a situation where I have to listen to some things where I am not comfortable yet. And getting to that comfort, I think, with the group of people that's here is really exciting.
This is the sort of super smart rock star group of thinkers around you know, the shift in education space, especially around digital personalized learning. And that's what I felt right away. So I participated in a small group that talked about user experience, and we had a fantastic conversation about that. I've been able to make contacts with all kinds of different educators from all over the US and industry partners that I don't see at the normal kind of conferences that I've been to. So it's a new group of people, and the level of conversation here has been really, really high and appropriately challenging, I would say.
We got to hear from a security expert today, and I luckily got to follow him. And I kept thinking the entire time, I should have taken what he said to me and adapted that into my presentation. What he shared was informative, a little scary, but it gave me some information to take back and think about, okay, this is what he had shared with us as far as student privacy, and I need to make sure that we've checked all of those boxes so that we are aware and that we follow those practices.